I have to really think, and Brett touched on it, I have to thank Jay Gruden. I wouldn't be standing here without Jay. Jay kind of put his stamp of approval on this opportunity for me. And I'm sure hoping Jay will help out. He is helping out right now, consulting with me and consulting in the future of the team. Jay will always be a part of this. And so it's a great situation to come back to. Our season will start up in April. We're going to be on the road a little bit initially because of the Magic's responsibilities. But then I think it's great because we're going to have a lot of home games in the final stretch. And, in arena football, you gotta finish strong. How are we going to do it? How are we going to get it done? The war on I-4 is what strikes me. I spent 6 years down there and 6 years here. The war on I-4 is the greatest rivalry in arena football. And I'm so excited that they still have their coach and we still have our guys. And I'm here, and I can't wait to line up in the war on I-4 and get it on with those guys and compete with them. That's something that is the heart and soul of arena football. I really want to thank you all for coming out here. There's some fans here. This is all, we're not here without the fans. The fans in Orlando are the best in the Arena Football League, Arena Football 1. There's no question. I've been to every arena. I've been in the AF2. I've been in the AFL all over this nation, and our fans here are the most passionate, and their love affair with our team is what it's all about. And it's time for us to move forward as fans and not look back to what happened in 2009. It's all about right now, and it's all about a new challenge and hanging up more banners up in that building. And it's been too long. So I want to thank you all for coming out today. I'm honored to stand here in front of you. And I'm looking forward to bringing another championship to Orlando and being part of the jungle and everything it's about.
Predators, Storm, Predators, how tough is it for you in this rivalry to get a handle on?
It's interesting. Jay and I really there's a lot of similarities there. Jay and I played against each other when he was a Storm quarterback. We played in the 1995 Arena Bowl against each other. I played for Jay in 1998 here when we won a championship together. I played against him when I was in Toronto, and he came back to be the Orlando Predator quarterback. Then coaching in Tampa, playing in Tampa. So it's great. It really is. But this is where my heart is. My heart's here. My family's here. This is where it started for me in the Arena Football League in 1995. The opportunity was given to me to continue my career as a player. I'm kind of a loyal guy, maybe to a fault. So this is where it's at, and I'm just honored to be here, Tom. It's just a good situation.
Pat, how does the league change? I mean, clearly there's a different structure now, and a lot of players who played before won't play now. But how does the game change with the new structure of this league?
Yeah, I think the game doesn't change, Mark. I think what changes is some of the players. Okay, so one of the greatest things I did while the AFL was down last year is I went ahead and went to the AF2 and I coached. And so it gave me a knowledge of a lot of those players that are still playing AF2. So what our league is encompassed in our plan with the Predators is we have some AFL loyal players that want to continue their career, understand the different economic model, and we're going to mix in younger guys from that AF2 experience. So it's going to be a little bit different. I want to get as many veterans as I can. I believe in the veteran player. But along with that, we're going to bring in some of these young guys that can learn from them, learn from these older guys. You're going to see some teams that are going to come in and they're going to do it with their AF2 squads. You're not going to, some of those guys won't seem too familiar to you. That might be the way to go. Our way to go right now is mixing the real veteran and bringing up some of these young guys and teach them the Predator way. Because the Predator way is an attacking, get after you on Friday and Saturday nights, and that jungle rocks. And that's what the Atlanta Predators are about, and we're not about to change that.
You talk about the expectations of getting the fans back out. I know, of course, as you said, good feedback so far from calls coming in, but the expectations of getting that crowd back out there that was there in 2008.
Yeah, I will say it. April 30th will be a sellout. All right, it is going to be a crowd. It's going to be a crowd like none other. It is going to be rocking in the jungle. I fully expect that. The initial response from the fans has been incredible. And the one thing I just want to talk about is even though 98% of the calls into the office have been positive. I just want to address the 2% that are not positive. Give us a chance. When you see the product on the field, and we talk about players, and that was a very good question by Tom, you look at the players that have signed in this league. You have guys like Kenny McIntyre and Cleavon Thomas, who are arguably the two best defensive backs to ever play in the Arena Football League. When you look at some of the quarterbacks that have signed to play, Shane Stafford in Dallas, Joe Germain, who is arguably the best quarterback in the Arena Football League. I believe Aaron Garcia, who I believe Aaron Garcia will be playing in AF1. I think the quality of talent, I don't think the fan is going to see any difference in the quality of talent at all when we get back on the field on April 30th.
The level of play that I just recognized in AF2 with some of the teams last year, you know, some of it was not quite where it needed to be, but there was a big disparity. There were some teams that were pretty strong and had some talent. And you mix those guys in with some AFL guys that are still hungry to play, it's going to be a good product. And as a player, I can tell you as a player, when you step into that environment in the jungle, you play your A game. You don't think about money or anything like that. You come in there, that energy in that building is intoxicating. And so just thinking about it right now gets me fired up and excited. So we're looking forward to that.
I don't want to get into pay or salary structure of not only players but any of my employees, but I can just tell you it's not going to affect their commitment or effort at all. And you have a couple players here, and you can ask them that direct question: is that when they're out there, whether they're playing in a flag football game for fun or they're getting paid $2 million, there's not going to be a difference in their effort. I can promise you that. So just get Kenny McIntyre out on the basketball court. You can tell he's a competitor. These guys are competing at the highest level, and when they get out there, I guarantee you they're not thinking about paychecks.
You know, I can tell you from an effort level, if we don't have the effort level, my phone rings off the hook. So there are many players out there that want to play football and want an opportunity, want an opportunity to continue their careers, especially in the world we're living in now. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, and 5,000 Division I-A players graduate every single year. Less than 200 of them make it in the NFL. All right, there is a huge player pool that continues to come out every single year. And, we have college football, which is the greatest farm system in sports.
Have there been any calls of people just saying, you know what, no, I'm done, I don't want anything to do with the new AFL or anything like that?
We've had a few calls like that. I would be disingenuous to say that we have not. But I can just tell you I'm personally going to call them. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get them to get back in the arena, because if we get them back in the arena, they'll forgive us. And that's what I'm asking for, is for those 2% to forgive us and to give us another shot. I mean, I'll go over to their house and I'll drive them to the game. How about that?
Joe, I think, a fan that would call up and is really upset really cares at the end of the day. They're hurt by it. That especially here, the fans, they own this team as far as it's what they're about, and they love it, and they missed it last year. We all missed it. And so when a fan calls and is upset, they wouldn't waste their time calling if they didn't really be hurt by it. So we're going to rein them back in. We're going to rein them back in, with a good product. And really, Brett has been more than instrumental in not only bringing the team back, but the league. I mean, we wouldn't be here without his hard work. It's amazing we're able to do it. He was able to do it in his group in 365 days, essentially. I mean, it's amazing. And here we are. So I really appreciate you guys coming out. This is a big day for myself, for my family, for me personally, as someone that loves this game. And thank you very much.